doing winter right. Winter can be a difficult season to make it through, so doing different things to enhance your mood and cozy up your home is so important this time of year. The snow is falling as I am filming this video, and the wind is blowing as I am doing this voiceover, but I think a lot of getting through the winter is in my heart, how my mind is set for this season. I know it's coming. I know we're inside for most of the day, and we are not getting the outside fresh air, our hands in the dirt. And so how my mind and heart are set is so important for this winter season. It's a time of rest for our bodies, to be inside, to not be going as much, and to just find peace in our homes and our minds and our hearts. Alright, getting your hands dirty in the soil, repotting some house plants. I got this little rosemary plant from Walmart the other day that I am potting in my terracotta planter to add to my table setting, and just have fresh greens around is such a nice way to boost your energy for the winter. I miss the feel of weeding gardens, honestly, and getting my hands dirty and going out and hoeing and picking some fresh produce. And so the little bit that I can put my hands in this dirt just feels so nice and makes me think of spring several months down the road. Winter is a great time to just sit down and play if you have little kids. Be part of what they are doing. Ask them what they're building. Just be creative with them. Set everything else aside and just do what they do and enjoy those moments of being a little kid with them. Alright, outside time. This takes some work with 3 little ones, a 4.5-year-old, 2.5-year-old, and a 7-month-old. It takes time to get snow stuff on, but it is worth it. I think going outside in the winter is great for the mind, body, and soul. Getting that fresh air, getting that natural sunlight, even though it's sparse in the winter. Just getting out there is truly important. Playing in the snow, and on this day it was really coming down, and it was so fun and beautiful, and we were just having a blast. We weren't out super long because it's been getting quite chilly and cold, and so we are not even outside that long, but 30 minutes outside really helps everybody's energy and their attitudes for the rest of the day. Work on making those cozy meals in the winter months. So this is a very simple meal. We like to do breakfast for dinner some weeknights, and so I'm just doing a sourdough French toast casserole. The recipe is over on my blog that I posted a while ago. Just using some day-old artesian bread that I had, or 2-day-old, it might be 2-day-old. Just making a cozy, warming meal for my family and getting that prepped during some nap time that my kids have. But work on honing in those meals. This is a time when you're inside. You can spend more time in the kitchen. I've been working on trying to improve my bread making, not just an easy sourdough sandwich bread, but the artesian style. Work on just the cozy, warm stews. Just practice your skills in the kitchen for the winter months. I like to add frozen cranberries that I freeze in the end of the year from last year because they were on sale, and then add those in there, and it just is so delicious with cinnamon and vanilla. Love it. and more snow. It truly is beautiful as I watch it fall. I am cozying up my home for the winter right now by taking down some of my Christmas decor. I've had it up for a while now. I still have some greenery with some lights hanging, but that will be coming down today when I am doing this voiceover. But adding some live plants back into the rest of my home, just giving the space some life since we don't really have that outside. Adding some new touches of furniture and some cozy lights and candles is another great way to get through the winter. So in this section here, we used to have a old shipping trunk from my grandparents and a TV sitting on it, and I decided to remove all that. So we might keep the TV and mount it. We're not sure what we're gonna do, but I had this green stand that I had used in my kitchen for a Berkey water filter before we got this espresso machine, and I had painted it, found it on Marketplace several years ago, and I just had it in my basement, and I am using it again, and I love just that pop of color. And then when you add a lamp to the top, rearrange the pillows just a little bit, it really adds a warmth to the home, and that's important for many of us in the winter months when it gets so dark and dreary so early. I can't forget about putting my garden books on the tabletop there to peruse in the evening, just to be inspired. Organizing and decluttering is a great way to get yourself through those winter months because you're inside more. So I am cleaning out my fridge and wiping it down. I probably need to do this more often. I wipe more in the front sometimes, but I don't always take everything out as much as I should. And so the back of it gets dusty, surprisingly. There's food crumbs. I did a thaw of the freezer not too long ago, but it is time for the fridge. And I like to organize it in a way that's accessible for our family. And I even have labels on the shelves and on the door organizers, and so I will put new labels on as well after I clean it out, because those labels get worn out with sliding things in and out. But it feels so good to clean and organize when we have to spend our time inside so much. So just getting this cleaning and decluttering of the fridge, yes, and organizing task accomplished. It never hurts to wipe down the exterior of the fridge. I do that every week, but the inside, not as much. So getting the outside wiped down from the fingerprints and from whatever else, the dust, the grime, just all of that that's on the front. And then my label maker, this is a diamond label maker. I don't think they make it anymore, but there are many different label makers that you can find. And just making my new labels for milk, for yogurt, cottage cheese, bread, whatever you have for your shelf, you could make a label for. That's just what we do for the time, and then sticking it on. And it's just so nice to have a fresh label that is readable. Enjoying hot coffees and lattes is just something I love in the winter months. I make one every afternoon, a single shot with some frothed milk, add a stevia drop for some flavor, or drink it plain. And it's just really a great pick-me-up for the afternoon that I enjoy. And I might start working on some latte art. It sounds fun to figure that out a little bit and just enjoy the beauty of a hot drink. And it was so full, I had to bend down to drink it. But there's something enjoyable about coffees or teas in the afternoon on a cold, snowy winter day. So my husband and I are not doing sugar right now, so I used my natural applesauce that I make and canned myself as a sweetener in this French toast bake, and then put some cream cheese on top. Lighting the candles is something I do on a nightly basis for our meals. Whether we're having a fancy meal or just breakfast for dinner, I like to cozy it up, and then enjoying some Zevia that we all are going to wear, just a carbonated drink that we're all going to share, in some fun glasses, and just truly enjoying the meal, the atmosphere that we have around us in the home during these cold winter months. This is a time to also look through those garden seeds, or make a list of what needs to be reordered, throw out any old packages that are empty that I just threw back in, and make sure I am prepared for when I need to do my seed starting, which will be here before I know it. And I had my oldest still up helping me. My husband was at a meeting, so it's kind of fun just to have her go along and do this with me, but that's a way that I get inspired for springtime, especially when it's January, you're inside, it's cold, just enjoying these little things you can do. So I hope you're encouraged to just find things that make you enjoy the winter. Let's make it through the winter together with a positive mindset and enjoying our cozy homes.